Wake up, Drifter. Europe is falling, consumed by an evil disease, and you are falling as well. You've been marked by the Black Death, infected with an incurable plague. Do you remember your dream? This is your last chance to fulfill it. Your final journey to find peace. You'll have to reach for beyond the veil and embrace its dark powers. Such is your fate, Drifter. You must die, but you still can dream. Wake up, Drifter. Europe is falling, consumed by an evil disease, and you are falling as well. You've been marked by the Black Death, infected with an incurable plague. Do you remember your dream? This is your last chance to fulfill it. Your final journey to find peace. You'll have to reach for beyond the veil and embrace its dark powers. Such is your fate, Drifter. You must die, but you still can dream. Wake up, Drifter. Europe is falling, consumed by an evil disease, and you are falling as well. You've been marked by the Black Death, infected with an incurable plague. Do you remember your dream? This is your last chance to fulfill it. Your final journey to find peace. You'll have to reach for beyond the veil and embrace its dark powers. Such is your fate, Drifter. You must die, but you still can dream.
Hello everyone. Hi guys.
Hi.
As always, let us know if you can hear us and see us properly. It's been already 24 hours since launch of the second campaign for Memento Mori, and there's already a lot of things to talk about and to explain, and there's a lot of things happening, and also it looks to me like we are close to unlocking the next.
Yes, we are 180 euros from unlocking our next stretch goal and revealing a new one, of course.
As always,
we are going so fast and so strong. At the beginning, we will keep revealing new stretch goal to unlock.
They're asking from the chat if the pre-order from Household Volume 2 are already open. No, the pre-order for Household Volume 2 are closed. The Opera Omnia box from Household Volume 1 and Household Volume 2 are available as an add-on in the Memento Mori, the Old City campaign, but without the stretch goals, as I was saying in the chat. So it's only the books and the limited Opera Omnia box. Which I have here, but it's too huge, and I really don't want to grab it because it's more than 5 kilos.
Hot in Italy to do it.
So, first of all, thank you for your support. This campaign is going very strong, and it's actually unexpected. If you know us and you know our previous campaign, this might look like a smaller campaign because Outgun did 500,000 and Household 2 was 500,000 also. But we are talking there about campaign with 3 new books, a lot of accessories. Here we are here just to launch a small campaign book, so we were really, maybe we were aiming low, I don't know, but we are a bit taken aback by how fast and how steadily this is going as well. So you'll be happy to know that yesterday you managed to ruin my evening, because I had to actually come back from a place where me and Daniela were having an aperitivo, and we had to go back to make the update. But you know, it's
we weren't nearly ready for the 50k update yesterday. So
we were prepared up to 14, and I believe we said, okay, that 15 we're never going to reach that. We'll take care tomorrow.
Here we are.
So yes. Second thing that I want to tell you, apart from thank you, is that next week on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yes.
Exactly
on Tuesday,
1 week from the launch of the campaign, we will have another live stream together, but we will not be alone. As promised yesterday, next week you will have a chance to have a chat, not just with me and Rico, that you know us, I mean, it's always the same story, but also with the author of Memento Mori.
Yes, and thank you, Marsh. Marsh saying that we host some of the best Kickstarter parties. We do like our the social interaction that revolves around crowdfunding campaign, and we actually think that it's a shame that sometimes crowdfunding become kind of a pre-order, like you are just paying in advance for something. We do believe that what is cool, and it's cool for us as well, is to be able to have like 2 weeks, 3 weeks to relate, know what you think about the game, tell you what we want to do with the games, and it's kind of, when we started 5-6 years ago, we used to go to small conventions in Italy and take our game and explain this game to people and play the game. And now these things we don't do that as much because the audience is growing. We go to Gen Con, we go to PAX Unplugged, but it's hard.
We cannot be anywhere we want to be
to reach. So we use crowdfunding campaign to do this, to have this one-on-one relationship with the players. Also yesterday I made a tarot reading, if you were here, and I just took one tarot card to see how the campaign would go, and that card was the Lovers. Yes, and Lovers usually in tarot reading represent of course two people who love each other, and also a choice, like two different directions. So I want to believe that this card represented Daniela and I, who choose to go to have an aperitivo on crowdfunding night, because it was never going to be that fast and I had to go back to make the update. So it's I want to see that the tarots were right. So enough of the chit chat. I see that there's already a lot of you here. There is 255 people following this on Backerkit, so thank you. What's happened in the past 24 hours, Simone?
A lot happened in the past 24 hours, meaning we launched the campaign 24 hours to almost 25 hours ago. We reached our funding goal in a matter of minutes. I don't remember how many. And 50. We already managed to unlock 6 different stretch goals. We are about to lock our 7th one. We are a little bit more than 100 euros away from the next stretch goal. And what are these stretch goals? Talking about Let's see them one by one. Let's start with Briska. Briska is a new pre-made character. We use them to talk a bit about how we love pre-made characters, how we find very useful a pre-made character for the players to understand what the authors meant the players of the characters of the game to be, how they look, what they and what how they can be tied to the story of the campaign or the sessions we will have to play. And so she was our first stretch goal, Briska, a girl born in Orvieto and abandoned from a noble mother that now is back together with this band of mercenary and will be tangled in this feud amongst the biggest family of the old city. But that's not all. Not just new pre-made characters we unlocked yesterday, but also new creatures. Of course, creatures are like not so friendly creatures. In this case, this kind of meat puppet golem thing, it's the first new creature that will be added to the enormous variety of creatures you can encounter between the core book of Memento Mori, the Codex Gigas in particular, but also the Ex Velum. And will be some corpse reanimated with some dark powers using a lot of chunks of meat, turning them into half skeleton, half zombie thing with a demonic twist. That's as far as I know. With, of course, as always, in this case of this first two stretch goals, two very astounding art. The playable character by Alessandro Manzella, who realized also the original 4 pre-made characters of the original campaign of Memento Mori, that will do the art of all the pre-made characters for the old city as well, while the creatures is by Francesco Biagini, one of the main artists of Memento Mori, who is, of course, back, and also did all the illustration for, of course, all the bestiary, the Codex Gigas, but also all the knights, the noble person you saw in the past days that we used to announce all the different families, noble families of Orvieto. We have the eagle, she's we decided she's our cover girl for the old city. She's Belinda della Cervara, meaning Belinda of the family of the deer in this case. And she's one of the 4 main NPCs you will have the chance to meet and interact with during the campaign.
So we are talking about Aperitivo. Meanwhile, in the chat, which is kind of a big deal here. They are also asking about the stretch goals for the household campaign, and especially, I don't have it here anymore because Daniela stole it. Especially someone from the chat is talking about these. This is actually a preview. We brought this to Gen Con, and this is the household scroll, dice carrier, and scroll from Household Volume 2, and this is what happens when we surpass the 500k and become weird and a little bit crazy with the stretch goals. And we'll see if we have any more to spare from the campaign. Maybe we can add as an add-on before the end of Memento Mori. We'll see. I'll let you know. No art from Daniela in Memento Mori, not in this one, because there is a pact with the authors of Memento Mori that they only want black and white art, and Daniela prefers to do colors, also because we are talking black and white, not shades of gray, like black or white. And so Daniela is not keen to this kind of art. In the first edition, we managed to snatch this is not in the books. This is a screen, so we made it work to have a Daniela art piece on Memento Mori. This is the Deathless edition, but there is no art by Daniela in the old city. What else? What else we unlock after the? We've talked about
after this first two stretch goal. We unlocked map. Yes, under the old rock, a map, a new map made by Fabio Porfidia. Sorry, as Rico said last time. But when we talk in English, using Italian names for whatever reason, it's very difficult. Like he uses a different part of our brains. So, like, I don't know what to do exactly. But Fabio Porfidia is a dear friend of ours, and we work with him since forever. He realized all the maps for Household, but also Inferno and Apocalypse we made together with Aboran. So he's a real master in its craft, and he realized the map of the old city that you have with each the old city books you took during this campaign, and we also realized this added map that better describes some very special place you will have the chance to explore during your campaign.
And
what?
After,
we
right
are very
after.
near. I'm keeping looking at 150 euros.
Yeah.
So.
And at yes, at 50k yesterday we unlocked the Alchemy module for Memento Mori. Let me spend a word about Alchemy and Alchemy for Memento Mori. So Alchemy is a VTT virtual tabletop platform, a rather new one, but not that new anymore, I believe.
4 years.
Alchemy is focused. It's a virtual tabletop platform that is focused around narrative, role playing, and around the theater of the mind, music, soundscape, landscapes. There's all sorts of elements, and we find that Alchemy is really cool and really shares our philosophy, our game's philosophy. That's why we are doing, as for today, we're doing exclusively virtual tabletop with them for all of our games. We have unlocked an Alchemy module for Memento Mori during the past campaign. Should be ready in a matter of weeks because they have so much work to do.
They took so many. You forget what they are working on. They are already ingested. That it's a strange word that means they took all the books and they put it into their system. They are basically working on the Memento Mori sheet that, as you know, if you already played the game, is the core experience of the game. The fact that you can constantly change the decision you make, what you corrupt or not, can heavily change it. So they're working on that. We will update you as soon as we know something.
And second thing that I wanted to say about Alchemy is that if you back at any level during this campaign, you will receive the old city as a module on Alchemy, and you will be able to purchase any of the other books on Alchemy directly from them. If you backed the past campaign, you will receive all of them. And if you back this campaign at Deathless Hero level, you will still receive all the Alchemy modules, which is a very cool things from Alchemy to do, to kind of retroactively give you this stretch goal. And I say it's a cool thing from them to do because, in fact, it doesn't cost us anything to do to give you this Alchemy.
It's their work.
It's their work. It's their loss.
Money.
I like to speak about money because when it comes to crowdfunding, it's a part of the crowdfunding. I know not everybody likes to hear about money, but I think it's important to understand that the people at Alchemy, they do this as their job and they earn money just by selling the modules. they don't earn any money from this campaign. So the fact that they are willing to give this module for free, it's I think it's very nice of them, and it's something that if you follow them, if you know them, if you use their product, if you are on their Discord server, go and say thank you, because I think they will be happy.
Yes.
So yes, also sorry, always cool to remind that there are other people working and providing these services. They are asking, Greg is asking, when the campaign ends, 50 days from now, what is the expected timeline for completion of the game? So after the campaign ends, 2 weeks, then there's going to be another 2 weeks before 2 to 3 weeks before the Pledge Manager launches. Then after the Pledge Manager launches, so it's a month from now, we will be able to send all the existing rewards, so or the PDFs for Memento Mori, Codex Gigas, DX Volume, and all that stuff. Then the guys, the authors, Marco and Andrea, will have to wrap up everything, add all the stretch goals, do all the additional art, and I believe that by the end of the year, because we also need to translate all the stuff, but by the end of the years, the PDFs should be ready. As said, this is not a promise, but this is what I believe.
Yes,
like
we said yesterday, our desiderata, when we say in Italy, what we wish and what we are working towards is to have all the campaign written and translated and sent as a digital PDF to all the bakers, together with all the maps and whatever, but before the end of the year. That's the goal.
I personally, I don't see right now. We have a small time frame, but the short time frame, but the others are already working at it from quite some times now. So I don't actually see a reason why we shouldn't be able to deliver by December 2025, but shit happens. So so yeah, there's that. And physical delivery, Simona, is
physical delivery is is planned. Thank you. Is planned for next year. March next year.
So by the end of March next year. If you don't know Two Little Mice, if you don't know us, there's more mice. It's not just actually two of us. But I am responsible for most of the writing and for the creative direction. So if this box is so beautiful and so cool, it's thanks to me. You're welcome. While Simone is in charge of all the grown-up stuff, all the production and stuff. So if this box actually exists in real life,
it occupies a space somewhere, and it's made of actual paper. Yes, it's thanks.
So that's why for digital delivery I am in charge, and for physical delivery Simone is in charge. So back to the stretch. Sorry guys, we're getting a little bit silly today, but it's a long work to do a crowdfunding campaign, so we are always tired and try to bring some energy to ourselves. So after the Alchemy, we unlocked the character sheets at 60k. So these will be physical of course, digital character sheets are already included, were already included in all the pledge levels. You will find 4 character sheet plus a 5th one, who is Briska. Just for the hardcore Memento Mori fans. Right now, as you can see in the picture, in the mock-up of the sheets, you can see a glimpse of the original Memento Mori characters. But the one that you will find in the old CD are not the original, are 4 additional characters. Yes. I just don't have the full pictures the full artworks yet. So I'm using
Alessandro Manzella is working on it as we speak.
So you will find 4 additional characters plus Briska that we unlock, and if we manage to unlock any other additional character, I know the guys have ideas, the devs have ideas, they will also be added as physical pre-made sheets. As you can see, these pre-made sheets are in full color, not in black and white, which is also cool, and that's why Alessandro Manzella has been working on 2 different versions of the character, one for the books and one for the character sheets that we have hoped to unlock. And just to give a little shout out to Alessandro Manzella, I wanted to show you, let me see.
We unlocked our next stretch goal in the meantime, right now. Thank you to whoever is our last baker. Thank you to our listening to the live stream. Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure, but also very stressful to unlock something during a live stream, because it's cool. We are talking with you, and it's so cool. But you know, we got to make all the art and all the graphic and the updates and the email. So we know that as soon as we done with the live stream, we are already back to work. But it's good work. It's very good to be able to do that in this campaign. So sorry.
I just wanted to show how Alessandro Manzella is working on character both in black and white and in full color, because it's not just a full color character that is like desaturated. Like he's working on, as you can see, different highlights, different shades to give meaning to both the versions of the, and this is a plus. I think he is doing an amazing job, and this shows it's the little things, you know. Greno is asking, is this high school Cthulhu that we are just producing the game, or are we involved in the writing? So first of all, in High School Cthulhu we weren't involved at all.
No.
Like if you
we just knew the author, and we are friends with them, and we allow them to use our director's cut for the game because we like them. But apart from that, we weren't involved in any part of this one. Except we answered when they asked us for opinion of what they were doing. But apart from that, in this case, we are the actual producer of the game. So we are not directly involved in the writing of the campaign, but we are working with the authors a lot to decide, all the, as Rico said, basically all the arts, style with the artist, etc., the format of the book, and what we talk a lot with Andrea and Marco about the story itself, the campaign itself, where to set that, and what the campaign should be about, and we try to brainstorm together with them what the old CD should be, what the first only campaign book made for Memento Mori, not even the first edition of Memento Mori back in Italy as an old campaign as a whole book. So it's very new even for the more old and hardcore fan of the game, and we try to help them in any way possible to deliver the best product possible. That's our job here.
I think I don't want to take too much credit, but we've been involved a lot on the idea of the old city. Yes. Like what should be the next piece of Memento Mori. We are the one who pushed to do a campaign. We decided like the actual shape of the book, the cover of the book, the artist. We had saying in the experience of Memento Mori. We are not working on the actual writing, but we have a very good relationship with Marco and Andrea, and we are we have fun working on Memento Mori. So we are trying to stay within, in our lane, but also we are giving our ideas to the projects as well. So we are more involved in this one that we was in the original Memento Mori, who was already written. So we had a lot of saying in the first one in the physical product, but not so much on the content. Right now we have we are participating, not to the actual writing, but at least to the ideas. Any plans to do your game system for Foundry? No. We actually don't use Foundry. We don't know how it works. We wouldn't be able to supervise it or you know, to work on it. And so as a policy, we are a very small team, that's 5 of us, and we don't do what we cannot do ourselves. This is tricky, not everyone's on board with that, but we only do, we don't translate into languages that we cannot read or understand ourselves. We don't use platforms that we cannot use ourselves, and it's important for us that we know what we are selling and we can quality check what we are making, if that makes sense. Yeah, for me, most of the I'm not good at playing online, I have to say. I do that because my friends are all over the place, but for me it's still like the second best thing, you know, to play online. I still try to bring everyone at the table as much as possible. So we unlocked, after the character sheet, we have, what was the next stretch called? Oh, sorry,
another creature that we just unlocked.
Pronounce.
Right now, the Aboran Spawn.
The Aboran Spawn, but I
try to pronounce it with a little bit of strength.
So the Aboran Spawn, this is like, it's hard because you lack a lot of context. Now, if you knew the actual author of Memento Mori, you will meet them on Tuesday, and the main artist, Francesco Biagini, who did this Aboran Spawn, you would understand that for them, this is like playing low. They are trying to keep it simple and fun for the family, because they do like their hardcore stuff. So it's fun to me, because for me this is already an horror beyond my comprehension. So, but you know, we will show you the full bigger picture of the Aboran Spawn in the next update. Simone, can you tell us something about these lovely creatures?
This lovely creature from Memento Mori Standard as well is a very curious creature, to be fair. Basically, Aboran Spawn is a former human who met, unfortunately, with a vampire, but what not turned into a full-fledged vampire, but instead of some sort of something in between a mindless monsters and a vampire. So basically they were discarded by their creators because they were not cute enough, probably, but they maintain some sort of their former humanity. And since, as you see from the picture, and as you saw in the Orvieto is full of wonderful caves and wells when someone can, you know, throw out stuff and people they don't like very much, you will encounter lots of them when you explore what's beneath the city.
So a vampire's trash can be a player's stretch goal, a treasure.
Yes, probably.
I mean, it is what it is. Like if you come to Italy, please go to Orvieto. It's not that bad. I mean, it's actually a very beautiful city. Not full of monsters, just full of Italians, which
I think also the cool thing I want to of course underline this, both the creatures we just presented are of course very tied to the campaign, you will be playing in the old city, but are tied with other creatures, as you saw, particularly in this one. So you can easily use it in whenever Memento Mori session you like. The others are trying to do this. A new monster that it's needed somehow for a very specific things that you can encounter in the old city, but of course can easily be taken aback from in whatever session or campaign you like. So it's not the old city only type of campaign that of creature that lives only there, but it's good. And it also means that there is a vampire somewhere in the old city. Between the line, the author are telling us that there is a vampire somewhere. We don't know who is.
What Simona is trying to say is that the authors are basically taking advantage of this campaign to add additional monster to the Memento Mori bestiary because they really want to work with this specific artist and do this specific kind of monsters. So they are finding a way to fit as many nightmarish creature as they can, just for the sake of it. That is my what I think about what's going on. But after the Aboran Spawn, sorry, there is a question from the chat. Sorry for the repeat question, but will there be a digital only pledge level for the old city? It doesn't include anything from the original campaign. No, there will not be. We have talked about this in the previous live stream. There is only one digital pledge, and it's for the whole package. What if you didn't want the whole package, you just want the new one because you already have the original digital pledge? You will just have to wait for the drive-through release, which will happen on the same day as the Baker release. The reason behind this is that we actually, it's not convenient for us to have such a small pledge of only digital pledge on Backerkit rather than for you just buying it on drive-through. So we have to, if we put it on Backerkit, we have to make it more expensive that it will be for you on drive-through, and it doesn't quite make sense. So we said just we decided just
so
not
we
to
will,
do.
as you saw, every
It would be weird.
single one of our pledges has more stuff in it, both digital and physical, of course, depending on the case. But we tend to avoid mono item pledges just because it would be less convenient for everyone to have it on a crowdfunding platform. But you will find only digital book when it will be ready. So hopefully by the end of the year.
And I think it's time
So
to reveal the
Greg
next
asking, how is geography of the game similar/different from that of Europe in the 14th century? Is the historical timeline the same or different/altered? Let's say that it's more or less the same, meaning it's setting in real 14th century Europe, but thanks to the supernatural part, you are more or less free to play within the lines, as we say. So if you can easily change or twist something to better envision your session, your campaign, and your story. But let's say the basic Memento Mori, it has the same timeline as the real 14th century Europe.
The authors have said this in previous live stream, so I'm just reporting that by their idea, you should use as much of the real history as you know, basically.
You are comfortable
So they answer the question saying it's not needed that it's not needed that it's exactly our history, but it's made in a way that the more you know, the more you can take advantage of it. And if you don't know anything about medieval history, it's still fine to have it kind of fantasy-ish, like to invent it. It doesn't need, that kind of... It's not an historical game, but it is an historical setting. Our next stretch goal will be...
different.
I don't know how to define this, but it's going to be an arcane weapon. A sword,
yes, it's a cursed one.
Accursed. Thank you.
It's Memento Mori, so if it's magical, you know, Rico, it's probably cursed.
And it's called Cantafauce, which
Yes.
it's in Italian approximately
Roughly translates as sing mo.
because canta means to sing and fauce means
Of
mouth.
a beast.
Yes, like fangs. So
And it's not any sword, but it's the sword that you probably saw in the first new NPC we delivered. Is Guglielmo dell'Aquila Cursed Sword. So you will have the chance in the game to actually wield one of the items of one of the major NPC. This is the one. It has the same format of the Blades of Ruin that you know that Rico has, and you know if you were there from the first Memento Mori campaign. That ruin, if you remember, has a very, very peculiar history, and they were the only type of cursed sword. They were built to kill one specific prince demon, and so they have some specific power. In this case, you will discover how and why Guglielmo dell'Aquila, here our William of the Eagle, as it would say in English, has one cursed sword and what it will do.
and let me say that I like a lot this kind of handout, this kind of shape.
Yes.
This is something that we did for the first campaign. These are drawn by the author himself, not by one of the artists, but by the author, because he's actually is pretty good with the pencil.
Yes. In this case, also, this is curious, the cute curiosity. Cantafauce has been drawn together for hands by Francesco Biagini, who made the character, and Marco Bucci, one of the other. They together realized this sword only, so it's very cool.
And I really like the shape of this. This is very good quality paper. It's very thick and can got a nice texture to it, and I love them because they look like something I don't know, maybe because they are a little bit narrow, a little bit sword shaped, but they are a very cool handout to have. And we wanted to do something like this. This is something that we asked the authors to do at a certain point, that we wanted more swords, more weapons, because we are we like that kind of stuff. And I really like the shape. I know it might, I don't know how weird it sounds to hear someone say, I like the shape of this piece of paper, but it's those kind of things that you start liking when you produce paper, when you print paper. So we asked for them to do more of these swords, and they came out with this idea, which I think is genius, to have the weapons from some of the knights turned into stretch goals weapon. And if you know Memento Mori, you know that these swords are frigging powerful. Like, these are not your D&D.
They are game-changing items that will probably steer your entire campaign. If you encounter one of the weapons, probably is the focus of a session, at least, if not of an entire campaign, because they are very powerful.
So, yes, thank you guys. And
sorry, I have a mosquito that keeps bothering me.
And I'm reading a cool Memento Mori wedding story in the comments. Appreciate it, and I think it's very cool. This is going to be our 80k stretch goal, Cantafauce, and then after this, I believe we will reveal the 90 and the 100 together. One of the two, at least, it's going to be a physical addition to the game, and we'll see. Both are going to be new stuff. There is no, if I remember correctly, we won't see any new monster character map, but both are going to be new kind of stuff. So it should be cool. I have to say I like doing stretch goals. Simone knows. Simone has to produce them. So, but we do like to make stretch goals because it's a cool thing that we can have. So.
Yeah, and it's one of the perks to actually do a crowdfunding. You know, some things you can only do because you are in a crowdfunding, you have the backers, everybody's happy, and we decided, but yes, let's throw away some money to produce some very, very cool items that we also want. Why not?
They're asking, Grelo is asking about cards for Memento Mori. So currently there is no intention of doing a card deck for Memento Mori, mainly because there is no use for a full deck of cards for Memento Mori, I have to say. But in the future, we do plan to have Minor Arcana to complete the deck, because you don't need Minor Arcana yet to play Memento Mori, but a lot of people who liked our tarot cards, we are asking for Minor Arcanas to have a full deck of cards. So that's something we are definitely working on. And this is not going to be the end of Memento Mori. The authors are working on some other stuff as well, so you'll hear about it probably next year. So it's been almost an hour. I think I can draw my final tarot of this. Is going to be a tradition.
Second tarot of it.
And we'll see how the week will end.
I'm terrified by tarot decks.
It's always, because I don't know if you know, but tarot cards, at least that's what we think, they don't read, they don't tell you your fortune, they write your fortune. So as long as I don't draw this card,
everything
our future, everything is possible. We still live in a world of free will, freedom of choice. But once I draw this card, our fate is set. So there's that. So for the end of the week,
after being a little bit ominous, let's see what the cards say about Memento.
The strength. And it's also up front, it's not reversed, which is a good
strength
thing.
Reversed is one of the worst.
So I believe strength is a very positive card, of course, but it also says that we have to, take things in our hands in order to succeed. So it means that we will have to work a lot, which we are used to and prepared to. So everything, Simone, will be good as long as we keep working full time.
Yes. Yay.
Yes. So it's at least we have a chance.
It's something. No, of course. It could be a lot worse. So, without further ado, thank you guys, every single one of you, for being here. There's a lot of you, we have a lot of backers, a lot of friends here having a chat with us. Let's have another live stream next week on Tuesday with Aboran Memento Mori. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us in our every adventure, basically. So we really cannot say thank you enough. Yeah. And let's go to work and make a pretty good update.
Let's go. Yeah, we'll need some strength to do the update. It's possible, Jen, that the tarot cards, once all of you who are following this live stream, to put a bit of your strength.
Speaks differently to different people. I mean, it's what they do.
Yes. Also, the strength is here represented as a person with a big claw that it's beating something up. So it's also represent possibly all of our responsibilities that are saying that we should do something useful today. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time.
Wake up, Drifter. Europe is falling, consumed by an evil disease, and you are falling as well. You've been marked by the Black Death, infected with an incurable plague. Do you remember your dream? This is your last chance to fulfill it. Your final journey to find peace. You'll have to reach for beyond the veil and embrace its dark powers. Such is your fate, Drifter. You must die, but you still can dream.